characterised recently by good organisation and a willingness to work. It's not a secret to success, said Hodgson this week, more a perpetual truth. Testament to their fine first half of the season, although recent form might point more towards Palace today. How do you see it, Ian Dowie?
Well, difficult to stop that force.
Palace have scored first, only 4 times actually all season in the Premier League. Burnley have never come back to win a Premier League game under Sean Dyche after conceding first. So these early stages are good.
I mean, to be fair, he's trying to block the ball off. I don't think he does that much wrong. It's interesting, Roy, going really with 4-4-2, really. Just Saka up top alongside Benteke. All right, a little bit dropped off when they're out of possession, but in possession, it's very much a 4-4-2. Barnes has been very effective, you know, and I think Sean Dyche has a lot of belief in him. He's very happy if he is playing that one up front, that he's that man ahead of Vokes. Here, because of Arfield's injury, they're both playing. So set-piece-wise, they should pose a threat. Two quite physically... Yeah, well, I mean, clearly, it's a measure of what Burnley have become. You know, they go to Spurs and get a ball. I think it's a very, very sloppy challenge. I think he may just get a slight piece of the ball. In the January transfer window, targets have to be realistic, said Mike Garlick, the chairman. Two centre-forwards is giving them some issues.
Goes Hendrick again for Burnley, the role that we were talking about. For Fosu-Mensah to do, he's strong up against Ashley Barnes, and he's going to have to be today. Just runs out of room in the end, but gets the decision. Yeah, well, I think he's a little bit fortunate to get away with it, but I mean, what he has is fantastic natural assets to get out of every pace. I mean, there, I've got to say, I think if Benteke's is a foul, it's not a foul, then that's not a foul. He's getting a run.
It's incredible, actually, because both of them sort of, their leg was wide of their body. If they'd have been their knee over it, may have not been badly injured. Which they both, I think if you'd have told people Stephen Ward to be a left-back in the Premier League and
more games for them in the Premier League last season than anybody else, Stephen Ward.
Not much of an attacking threat as yet from Burnley, although many a times last year they weren't worried about it. And this year they've been a bit more.
This is Fosu-Mensah. Got a bit of room in which to operate. Forward towards the goal scorer Saka. And Burnley will get... Vokes again showing his strength. So Tompkins has taken it off him.
You know, consider the injuries they have. Of course, some other areas and maybe the changes he's made. Riederveld's come in and done it.
Forward again, he was caught after delivering the danger. Barnes trying to turn and profit from it. Vokes in there as well, but it's Riederveld. Hendrick dispossessed, but Barnes is there to try and pick up the pieces. And Vojovic who's with him. Ashley Barnes still going. Up against Fosu-Mensah and getting the decision. A different role for Ashley Barnes today from that he's been asked to occupy. The good ground in trying to lead the counter-attack as well. Barnes has gone with him. Fosu-Mensah offers support though. And fullback had also continued his run. Well, there's another fun in there from Defoe as well after the whistle had gone. Which is exactly the point that Zaha's making here.
You know, he doesn't need to do that. Zaha's right to react.
So Fosu-Mensah into the equation. And he can go through the gears here, real pace. And delivers dangerously as well as Saka!
Well, that's some head injuries. I mean, he waits for it. It's the pace of Fosu-Mensah. He waits for it to drop. I mean, it's a brilliant volley, but...
His toes by Taylor, though.
That was absolutely outstanding. Put Benteke through to stop it developing.
Benteke coming back. Big role, isn't he? Cutting in from a wide starting position in midfield.
I think also you know what you're going to get from MacArthur. I mean, Loftus-Cheek is, you know, for a young player, and he does make an impact.
Burnley pressing here with a ball in towards Ashley Barnes.
He gets pinned by Barnes, Fosu-Mensah, and yes, he's a strong man, but not strong as Barnes on this occasion, and he'll be thinking, I'd like to see that Nestlé. He'd be a little bit disappointed he didn't hit the...
Fosu-Mensah in support from fullback, well-weighted ball into his path. Fosu-Mensah's ball in towards Saka as well, who didn't get it.
Lovely little ball into his path. It's a brilliant delivery, I've got to say. Maybe just jumps a bit too early, so he's on his way down. Good ball in from Fosu-Mensah.
man that got the winner against Palace, his former club, on Monday. So that went out of the FA Cup. Responding well in the Premier League today. Still thought Julie arrived from Burnley as well.
I mean, one thing, Charlie Taylor, he's got a bit of...
There's Ashley Barnes. Fosu-Mensah's challenge.
This period of the game, Palace.
Got a frantic period of the game, isn't it? Fans getting involved as well. Selhurst Park. Goodmanson towards Barnes. Danger read by Fosu-Mensah. Thought because of that injury to Robbie Brady a month or so ago.
You don't sense he'd be that keen to. There is a little bit of a foot race between Fosu-Mensah and he gets himself a corner, and Kudu.
He was over Palace last season. Goodmanson going down. Under pressure from Fosu-Mensah, he's allowed to continue.
Looked fairly comfortable. Good ball from Fosu-Mensah.
It's the best dressing room he's ever experienced, even when he wasn't getting a regular game. Certainly in the heart of the action today.
Yeah, well, certainly looks very impressive at Leeds. I've seen him a number of times. And this man today, Fosu-Mensah, I think, you know, if he continues to develop, he has great natural ability.
And Fosu-Mensah from the free kick, which finally follows, flicked on by Sacco. So it's Benteke. It goes towards Benteke, trying to take it down against the four.
Get hold of it, nice and early. Fosu-Mensah help it down there. That's not what he wanted to do, go out of touch. Just a helpable in the corner.
Burnley's next test will be against Fosu-Mensah's parent club, Manchester United.